Namaste, my name is Dr. Prakash Uma. I work for an organization called ANSUS based in Hyderabad. This is a presentation about advocating for ANMs as public health professionals and midwives so that whatever we have gained in public health over the last decades can be consolidated. This advocacy program is in the voices of the ANMs themselves, and it has been seen that ANMs want their skills to be reclaimed and their scope to be redefined. Why do ANMs need to be advocated for? One thing is, ANMs are the frontline public health personnel. They are the most important providers for implementing all national health programs in India. There are more than 2 lakh ANMs working only in the public sector. There are many more working out there in private nursing homes. ANMs provide care to women and babies, the most vulnerable groups in society. They work in almost every village, everywhere, however remote, rural or tribal. If ANMs are doing this and they have achieved something for public health in India, it means we need to strengthen them and advocate for them. Whatever public health awareness has taken place, whatever achievements in maternal and child health, in population stabilization, in immunization coverage, the role of the ANM is a major factor there. ANMs also need to be advocated because for the first 3 decades, up to 1980s, they have been the main functionaries for maternal and child health in India. However, from 1980s onwards, they were renamed as multipurpose health workers. Their course was reduced from 24 months to 18 months. Their training was made much broader, a lot more was added, many more functions were added to their job, and their technical competence was lower than before. They lost their edge as MCH care providers. The number of male health workers that were introduced in 1975 also gradually reduced over time, leaving ANMs to be the main holders of all national health programs and being responsible for implementing everything else in addition to maternal and child and family welfare that they were already doing. Over time, especially in the last 1 decade, many more administrative, financial, coordinating functions have been added to ANMs. ANMs are now expected to do much more reporting and documentation. Over the last 3 decades, the career of ANMs has not really moved ahead. In fact, it has gone back because whatever career opportunities they had have also been blocked. ANMs do not have an entry into nursing because they have not been trained as nurses, and if they want to become nurses, they have to go through the 3-year course again. ANMs are still called auxiliaries or health assistants, though they perform a lot of independent work in the field. Midwifery, which is the core skill and function of ANMs as care providers for mothers and babies, does not have an independent status in India. The cadre has not been introduced, and therefore there is no way that the ANMs can become midwives as a promotional avenue. Moreover, though ANMs are the frontline public health workers implementing all national health programs, being the frontline and being there for the population when there is an epidemic or disaster, they have no entry into a public health profession because such a cadre does not exist in the country. And more importantly, today there has been a new health policy, the Draft National Health Policy of 2015, and we need to look at what is the role of ANMs, where are the ANMs in this Draft National Health Policy. The policy, which was released in January this year, is a long document of 57 pages. And in this, the Human Resources for Health section is point number 5. There are 15 points here, from point number 5.1 to point number 5.15. Nowhere in none of these 15 points will you see a clear role for ANMs, an acknowledgement of what they have done so far, or even a plan for what they will do in future and how they will be the frontline health workers. The draft policy talks about assured healthcare, primary health services. However, the cadre has not been introduced, and therefore there is no way that the ANMs can become midwives as a promotional avenue. Moreover, though ANMs are the frontline public health workers implementing all national health programs, being the frontline and being there for the population when there is an epidemic or disaster, they have no entry into a public health profession because such a cadre does not exist in the country. And more importantly, today there has been a new health policy, the Draft National Health Policy of 2015, and we need to look at what is the role of ANMs, where are the ANMs in this Draft National Health Policy. The policy, which was released in January this year, is a long document of 57 pages. And in this, the Human Resources for Health section is point number 5. There are 15 points here, from point number 5.1 to point number 5.15. Nowhere in none of these 15 points will you see a clear role for ANMs, an acknowledgement of what they have done so far, or even a plan for what they will do in future and how they will be the frontline health workers. The draft policy talks about assured healthcare, primary health services. However, the primary health care providers who should take this forward do not have even a mention in 4.3.1 where primary care services and continuity of care are discussed. All this means that ANMs really need to be advocated for. So ANMs need advocacy. How are we going to achieve this? We have designed a program with objectives which we would like to implement over the next 1 year, and these objectives are aligned in such a way that whatever has been the contribution of ANMs is acknowledged both in the area of public health, overall public health, and maternal and child health. That their skills are strengthened, that there is a avenue for them to grow forward, technically competent professionals, that their career is grown, there's a chance for them to grow up in their career in the areas of midwifery, public health, health education and counseling, in those streams where their skills are the best and the most needed. And finally, to help them to come together as professionals, to interact and share with each other, to learn to use the systems that are available, the information that is available for them, and to become better health professionals. These are the objectives with which we are starting the advocacy. But how do we do it? How do we strengthen the knowledge and skills of ANMs? How do we promote their professional growth into public health and into midwifery cadres which do not exist today, but which can be possible? Firstly, we would like to mobilize ANMs and give them a lot of information so that they are equipped to take care of themselves. Meetings with groups of ANMs, presentation in professional conferences, discussion with ANM leaders, with DPHNOs, with officials, so that they all get this information. We use both face-to-face meetings as well as electronic media and the print and the TV and other sources of information. For example, we've had a lot of state meetings so far with ANMs. For example, we met ANMs of West Bengal on 13th of February and 15th of March. We met ANMs of Odisha on 16th of February, ANM leaders from all the districts in Assam on 21st of February. We met ANMs from Andhra Pradesh on 14th of February and 16th of March. Met ANMs in Delhi on 29th of January, 19th February and 8th March. We met ANMs in Telangana on 14th and 16th March. Met some ANMs and leaders in Madhya Pradesh on 5th February, and a lot of different groups of ANMs on 17th March in Karnataka. So one way of going and giving them information is to directly meet them. Most ANMs do not have access to the internet. They are not used to using email. Though we would like to promote this medium of communication, it will take some time. And in the meantime, we are using face-to-face meetings and meetings through not only me going and talking to ANMs, but also some other interested individuals going and talking. We would also like to create a platform for ANMs for sharing and learning. We would like to help them to strengthen their professional associations. We would like to help them to network with other associations, especially associations which are public health oriented, rights-based organizations. We would like them to collaborate with women's associations in different states, because there's so much that they can gain, and women's associations also work for women and vulnerable groups in society. We would like to help them to take membership in professional associations, which will help them in the long run. And also we would like to finally conceptualize ANMs of different states and their associations coming together as a federation of ANMs associations in the national level. This will ultimately give them a platform where they can raise their voices and let their voices be heard directly to the policymakers rather than going through media like us. We would also like to help ANMs by sensitizing them through review and reflection. We have seen when the national health policy was released, and we asked several ANMs whether they had read this. They said they didn't even know about a national health policy, though the policy will have a huge impact on how they perform and what their functions will be. So a review of the draft national health policy is one of the ways in which we help them to reflect and think about their scope of function and their promotional avenues and their future careers. In many states, they are officially called health assistants, health workers. Many states, the official designation is a multi-purpose health worker. We are also helping ANMs to think what it means to be a multi-purpose worker for themselves as well as for the women and children whom they serve. We are trying to create discussion areas on career pathways, both potential as well as existing pathways, and how they can use these to grow in their professional careers. We are also helping ANMs to take up representation with the government and appeal to the government through signature campaigns, through getting endorsements from other professional groups, so that the government is able to see that this group really requires to be supported. Some of the ways in which we are helping to acknowledge ANM's work is to have a document on lives saved by ANMs. ANMs, both as direct care providers as well as coordinators of services in the field, are in a very key position to save lives. Thirdly, it's not all a rosy picture of success stories and lives saved. There are several problems with which ANMs work, and these problems have to be highlighted, represented, and action taken to reduce them so that the barriers to good performance are removed. And this will also be done through ANM sharing their experiences, the problems, and this will be brought out also in the form of a book. And the problems will be related to 4 major areas. One is dealing with people, coordination with the different people that they have to work with. Second, with the physical facilities in their sub-centers. Third is with the work situation and the different types of work they have to perform. And finally, with their technical aspects, with different technical aspects and their skills and knowledge. A third way of acknowledging ANMs is through showcasing model sub-centers. We know in India we have only a sub-center for every 5,000 population, but that sub-center itself is a key area where people can come. It is the closest health center that people have. After that, only are PHCs and block hospitals and other hospitals. So ANMs will be invited to send a small short video of 90 seconds of their sub-center after being encouraged to improve their sub-center in any way they are capable of doing with their own selves, through their own interventions, and also through appealing to the PHC and district to improve their sub-center. And this improved sub-center of 90 seconds will be checked, reviewed by a committee, and the best ones will be given awards. There will be about 30 awards of 5,000 each and 3 overall awards of 10,000 each to the best sub-centers in the country. are the basic health workers in the country. There are more than 2 lakhs of them. However, there's never been a national forum or a convention where they or their representatives could come together at the national level, whether it's Delhi or anywhere else in India, and talk about their problems, seek redressal for any injustices done in their careers, and become better professionals. We at ANSWERS, with help from 3 other large networks, have designed a program for 3 days in Delhi from 10th to 12th July to bring ANMs together, to listen to their voices, to help them to learn technical skills and knowledge and go back and become better professionals. The 3 organizations helping ANSWERS to do this are SOMI, the Society of Midwives in India, NAMAR, the National Alliance for Human Rights and Health, and Common Health. With help of these organizations, a large team of staff at ANSWERS are making this happen 3 months from now. Who will be the participants in this program? We have what is called 3 types of participants. The primary participants are ANMs, or those who have grown from ANMs, that is the LHPs, and in a few states the public health nurses. Secondly, the facilitators, we call them resource persons. All those who are not ANMs or have not come from the ANM cadre but are interested in ANMs because they are their teachers or they are their supervisors or have been working with them, such as nurses, doctors, public health nurses, district public health nurses, and anyone else interested. The third category of participants will be others, observers like the government, where it will be more a visibility session where the advocacy will be done to the policymakers. There will be 2 large engagement sessions of the entire group of nearly 3,000 ANMs. One will be on 10th evening, which is called the commitment or the pledge taken by the ANMs to become better healthcare workers for women and children. And the second will be a cultural evening on 11th, which will be more for ANMs to come together from different states and make a presentation, a group presentation for 3 to 5 minutes. How do they improve their technical skills and knowledge by coming to this convention? There will be 4 technical learning labs. And in these labs, ANMs will be rotated along with their facilitators in an organized manner so that in each lab they learn and they practice. The 4 labs are maternal care lab, then the newborn and child care lab, a reproductive health lab, and a basic skills lab. We hope that these labs, which will have resource persons, which will have mannequins and materials, the ANMs going in and out will be able to learn new information and also refine their skills. Because the group is huge and skill learning takes time, we are going to design it in such a way that there will be multiple stations so that 300 at least can practice in each hall during the 3 days. The other thing that is going to be a highlight during this convention is the career path analysis. There's going to be a hall called Career Hall where ANMs will talk about the problems faced in their careers, in their work situation, how to overcome that. And those ANMs who have been able to do well despite problems will be presenting their experiences, and each ANM will come into the career hall and will be able to draw her career path. In the evening, on the first day, there will be a pledge after the opening session. On the second day, there will be a cultural program in a keynote session, and on the third day, we have a closing session and we close by 5 o'clock. This is the program in brief, but we will be sharing with you on our website a much more detailed program. In the same convention, we will be having an outside all the halls, we will be having big panels set up where we will be putting up all the lives saved by ANMs which we have collected during our campaign. This is a kind of morale boosting for the ANMs so that they feel good that they have saved 1 life or 10 lives by each ANM. By looking at that, the magnitude of impact that they've had, they will go back and do better. And the media will look at it and will take some stories and help ANMs to be motivated to do better.